Okay, so page 20 of chapter 3. Explain why 2 bracket 3 plus 4 is equal to 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. How, which property did we apply from what we learned yesterday? What did we do yesterday? Or 5 minutes ago? Okay. What would you do in this case with the 2? Multiply, right. By the way, I talked about this yesterday. This is called some sort of property. Sophia, do you remember what we called this property? Starts with a D? Right, distributive property. Thank you, Emmy. Teamwork. Distributive property. Okay, which means I multiply the coefficient or the number or the term from outside the bracket to everything inside. So distribute. You distribute it to everything inside. Okay, so that's why this becomes 2 times 3 and 2 times 4. Okay, so looking at this then, okay, you should be able to see right away what is the number in the box. Go ahead. 5, yeah. Okay, so if it's 5, you see 5 times 3, 5 times 7. What about this one? F. What about F? Emmy? Negative 4, right? So your number doesn't have to be positive, or it could be a negative number as well. So negative 4 times x squared gives you negative 4x squared. Negative 4 times negative 2 gives you 8. Positive 8. Okay, so now that we know how the distributive property applies, let's apply it. Okay, so remember you're multiplying. What's 2 times x? 2x, right? You double the apples, so you get 2x. And then 2 times 6? 12. Alright, like this? Looks weird. What am I missing here? I have to link them together. Plus. Yeah. Alright. So you have to add in that plus. I know you're thinking, oh, I knew that, but I need to see it. I know that 6 times 2 is positive 12, but I need to see that plus side. Otherwise, I just see 2 numbers floating in the air. Okay. Let's try this one. 3g. So again, you're multiplying. So negative 6 times negative 2x. Negative 6 times negative 2x. Alvin. Yeah, 12x. And then what's negative 6 times positive 3? That's it. Okay. So only difference between yesterday and today is yesterday we only had it was positive 1 or negative 1, and we were just multiplying 1. Now we're multiplying an actual number. Okay. Negative 3 times negative 3p. Sender, can you help me with this one? Negative 3 times negative 3p. 2 negatives make a? Right, 9p. And then negative 3 times negative 2?
6. Positive 6.
Right, plus 6. Positive 6. Good. Okay, so the right here, remember, if you're just using a number times the p is still there. It didn't disappear. It doesn't become just a number. A lot of people miss that, and then they write just 9 plus 6 by accident. Okay. What if number 6, what if I write it like this? Okay, I want to show you guys different formats of the same question. All right, so this, why does it look weird, is because the number is behind. So, but it's actually the same thing. So you are still distributing that -3 to everything inside the bracket. Okay, so 5p times -3, -15p. -3 times 8, you get -24. So you're still multiplying. That's what we mean by distribution. Okay? It doesn't matter if I put that -3 in the front or -3 in the back. Okay? In grade 9, we only use a monomial times a binomial. Okay, so we only do monomial times binomial or monomial times a trinomial, but it's always just a monomial. In grade 10, you guys will do binomial times binomial. Okay. Oh, one term times 2 or 3 terms. Yeah, but you always just have the one term 2 times. Okay, now here's the tricky part. Alright, right here, what's different with this question? What's the difference between F and B, for example? What's the difference between these two questions? Max? What's the difference between this question and this question?
The B is -4.
Yeah, a number. Mm-hmm. And then F? That one is an X, right? That one is a variable. So variable, when you times it, what do you think happens? X times 5x. Max?
Don't just add to it. Doesn't become 6x. It's 5x times x.
Right. So if you think back to last week when we did the exponent rule, remember when we multiply, we add the exponents. So that's why x times x gives you x squared. So this is 5x squared. And then what is x times 4? Simply 4x. Okay. And we don't write x4. We write the coefficient first. Alright, so the tricky part is you have to remember when you multiply two variables, you have to apply the exponent rule, which is add the exponents. Okay, let's try this one. Betsy, can you help me with this one? -2x times 6x.
12x squared.
12x squared? Just 12x squared? Negative.
Negative.
Right, -12x squared. And then?
12, -12x.
Okay, so we did the -2x times 6x. That gave us the -12x squared. And then you want to do -2x times -7.
So positive 14x.
Perfect. So positive 14x. Okay. And then again, you cannot group them together because pineapples and apples. Okay. Oh, sometimes my students have trouble remembering when do they have to, when does it stay as x, when does it stay as, when does it change to x squared? I tell them that when you're multiplying and dividing is like chemical reaction. So when you throw two apples together, it becomes a pineapple. Okay. So this one, what? Who has the answer for me for I? Brian, can you help me with I? Okay, so it's just a negative. So this is actually just like yesterday. I want to throw different type of questions in here. So this is just like yesterday's, so -1. You're just multiplying a -1 to everything in the bracket. Yeah? So minus 9x because you multiply it with -1. And then there, -1 times -8 plus 8. Right. All right. Angelina, can you help me with J? Yep, which is? Yep, good. Negative 10p times 4p. Negative 40p. Chemical reaction. This. P times p is? Right. Okay. You throw a peanut and a peanut together, you get sure, coconut. Where did coconut come from? Okay. K, Margaret, can you help me with K? 8x plus 6x squared. Perfect. Alright, so negative x times negative 8 gives you positive 8x. Negative x times negative 6x gives you positive 6x squared. Okay. Okay, who wants to do this challenge one? This last one. Emmy, I think you're up for the challenge.
Negative 2x cubed minus 8x squared minus 12x.
Minus 12x. Good job. Where did you get the cube from?
Because it's negative 2x times x squared, so then there's 3 of them.
Right. You add the exponents, which gives you the 3. Excellent. Okay. Let's apply what we did yesterday and today all together. Do you think you can do it? Yes. Okay. Ivan says yes. Then let's try this. 10i. Question 10i. Why don't you guys try it? Okay. Try it first. Take 30 seconds. Try it, and then we will do this together. Okay. 10i. Okay, Farhan, tell me what your first step.
Alright, let's see it. Let's see it. I took off the brackets first.
Yep.
5m minus 8
Good.
minus 12m plus 7.
Plus 7?
Huh? I told you got it wrong. I mean, plus 14. No, I
Plus 14, yep. And then?
Plus 3m.
Good. Minus 3. Good. Okay, this first step, wonderful. Alright, now that we got this, we can collect our like terms. So put all the m's together. Alright, so what is 5m minus 12m plus 3m?
Negative 4m.
Yep. And then?
3.
And then negative 8 plus 14 minus 3, you get plus 3. That's right. Ding, ding, ding.
No, because I have to take out the growth basket.
Okay, so from what I heard, some of you got different answers. But and you see, if you just miss one single number or you miss putting a m to one of the terms, it changes everything, because when you collect like terms, it's gonna change everything up. All right, so be very careful with that. Okay, let's try one more. This one, 11f. You have to be very careful with your variables. Okay, 11f. Again, let's try it. So you're multiplying this, multiplying this, multiplying this, and then multiplying this, multiplying this.
Alright. 3x squared plus 15x minus 9 plus 14.
Wait. Plus 15x minus 9. Okay. And then here's the tricky part.
Plus 14x squared.
Plus 14x squared. That's right, because x times x is x squared.
8x.
Plus 8x. Good. Whoops, sorry. Let me move this over. Okay. And then to collect the like terms, 3x squared goes with the 14x squared, so you get
17x squared.
17x squared, not just 3x squared. Okay. 15x and the 8x plus 23x, and then lastly minus 9. Good job. Yay. Okay. Last thing I want to go over. So we did adding, subtracting, multiplying. What do you think is last? Dividing. The good thing is, again, in grade 9, we only divide by monomial or one term. Okay. So page 22. These are the last couple of examples. It's quick. Okay. Page 22, number 17. If you look at here, okay, what do we do? What happened here? Yep.
You divide them individually by the number.
Right. You do. So remember how you guys always knew this since grade well, not 1. I would say grade 4 or grade 5. So when you have a denominator, you can split it up and make it 2 separate fractions. Okay. So same thing right here. So if I divide this, that means I'm dividing the 8x by 2, and then I'm dividing the negative 12 by 2. So what do I get here? Let's see. Okay, Jasmine. 4x. Yep, and then negative 12 divided by 2? Negative 6. That's it. Okay, so that's all it is with dividing. It's like you just do it separately. Divide each term separately. Okay. Now, of course, there is a little trick to it. What if it's a 2x? Okay, so then you have to apply your exponent rule. Right, so this, if I write it out, it's going to be 24x squared divided by 2x minus 16x divided by 2x. Okay, so what do you get? Bessie, why don't you give it a try?
12x.
Yep, just x. Good. And then here?
And minus 8x.
Is there still an x?
No.
No. Yeah, so just that. Yeah, because the x cancels out, or you can think 1 minus 1 gives you the 0. Okay. Last one, very last example for today. Let's see. Max. The very last one. If you can do this, that means you guys ace this. That's what I'm asking.
So, first of all, t power of 7.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna write it out so that it's a little easier to see. So I'm dividing everything by, okay, I'm doing this. So I'm breaking it into 3 separate fractions. Okay. Okay. So then the first fraction, what do you get? It's okay if it's a fraction. What's the coefficient?
T to the power of 5.
Yep, it is t to the 5. But what's my coefficient?
Coefficient, that one is. What coefficient means the highest power.
No. Coefficient means the number.
One.
So if I were to write this neatly, Farhan, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say? What's my coefficient? Not negative 6. Huh? Not positive 6. Close. Let's leave it as a fraction. So, Jasmine? Yeah, -1/6. All right. It's still a fraction. This is a 1 right here. So -1/6. And then as Alvin said, it's t to the 5 because exponent rule, you subtract the exponents. All right. What's my second fraction? Max.
Second fraction?
Yeah.
Oh, so 7. Oh, that turns into 7t to the power of 3.
What's my coefficient? So again, coefficient is just the number.
Oh, it's what?
Yeah, Brian.
Plus 7/6. Let's go.
And then 7 to the 6 t to the power 3, right? All right, and then the last one, Angelina. Yeah, good. All right, if you leave this as your final answer, you lost half a mark. Okay, yep. What is it? Where did I lose half a mark? Where?
1 and 1/6. 1 and 1/6.
Can I combine these two together?
Yeah.
One is a t to the 5, one is a t to the 3. So I can't combine them. But where did I lose that half a mark? Where? 14/6. 14/6 is 7/3. There you go. Why not? Yeah. Okay. So when you multiply and divide, you have to remember to apply the exponent rules. Okay. So this one is the tricky one. That's why it's the last question in the whole package for this chapter. Pay attention to the sign as well. Negative and a negative made it a positive. And then positive, negative made it a negative. Okay, and also the other thing that I think Furhan missed as well is he said 7/6 cube. Don't forget the variable. Okay, so it happens all the time. Okay, so as I said, today's lesson is longer than the usual one. I'm over by 3 minutes. Alright, that's all. This is everything you need to know for your test next week. So please try page 20 to 22. Okay, so yeah, page 20 to 22. Answers are on page 23. And then if you take a look ahead, page 24 is the review. Okay?